Hello everyone, Josh first back again bringing you guys some more Digimon ReArise, and today we're going to be talking about how to save yourself a whole lot of time when farming. And when I mean farming, I mean for everything. Not only story mode or vortexes for your training materials and your food, and even maybe additional bits, but also for your evolution materials such as your digicodes that you get from the Clash battles. So we're going to be talking a little bit about how to try and change up your teams so you are better equipped for different scenarios so you can swap back and forth, save yourself a lot of time, how to utilize the auto functions, and how to even make your special move be on autopilot so you don't have to sit there and watch the screen to keep clicking it, especially when you're doing Clash battles. So we're going to first go ahead and jump into Clash battle. I'm just going to show you guys this real quick. And there's a couple things that you can do with Clash Battle that makes it more efficient for you, the user. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into this level 5 that I have sitting here with 59 minutes left on it. Now, while we're here, we want to take a moment to talk about Clash Battles and how to set up a proper team comp. So, when you're thinking about a Clash Battle, you're talking about doing as much damage as possible because the amount of damage you do translates to the amount of points you get. And of course, the goal here is to get as many points as possible so you can get a better ranking to get better drops. So of course, you want to try and aim for first, second, or third so you get the bonus rewards. And to do that, you're going to need DPS. So obviously, you're going to want to run really heavy DPS for these types of stages. Most importantly, single target damage over AoE. So if you do have AoE units such as like Minervamon, she's probably not going to be the best for this situation. She's going to be more for when we're farming story mode in Vortexes, and even pretty good in the Underworld as well, and of course PvP, but that's for another video. So we want to, distinguish the differences between what's useful here and what's useful there. So for this particular thing, we want to use single target DPS, but we also want to make sure we keep those DPSs alive. So to do that, we're going to need, a combination of things, or one or the other. We need healers, keep your Digimon alive if they're getting low, heal them. Debuffers to kind of debuff the enemy so we hit harder or to slow them down. We also want to run buffers to boost up our own team to make them stronger so they're hitting harder. We also want to run support units that actually remove harmful things to our Digimon, such as stun in War Greymon's case. Or if we were playing against Metal Garurumon, where he freezes, you'd want to remove the freeze as well. So that's just some things that you want to consider for different stages. You want to make sure that your team comp kind of matches up with the kind of content you're trying to clear. You don't just slap 5, random megas into your team and think your team's going to be good for all content. That's not going to be helpful. What you're really wanting to do is make sure, even if you have to use ultimates, that you're running a team that has synergy and works well within the content that you're trying to clear, especially if it's a hard to beat content, such as like Clash Battles level 8, 9s, and 10. You definitely want to make sure that you have some kind of survivability with your DPSs, because all DPSs can't sit there and just constantly tank damage. If you're wanting to survive for the full, time allotted, so you can do the maximum amount of points. So you want to run, defensive up units such as Prince Mamimon, or even another unit that's even better, Hyandramon, which, comes to mind. You also have units such as Taomon and Magna Angemon and Plesiomon that are very good healers, that also provide you with other support that can really help your team have longevity and endurance to survive harder to beat stages such as 8, 9, and 10 of Clash Battle. And then, of course, you pair that up with your DPSs, and then you should have a pretty healthy and well-balanced team. And then when you swap over to story mode to do story farms, or, of course, Vortex, Underworld, and PvP, you're going to want units that are built more around spreading out the field. You want to do AoE damage, AoE debuffs, things like that. So there's, some differences there between the types of content. You just want to make sure that you're running the team that's going to give you the best possible bang for your buck when it comes to your time, your stamina, and most importantly, your money. For those of you who are actually spending money, you definitely want to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck. So, anyways, that's it for that little analysis on, you know, team comps and what to bring, what not to bring for you know, certain types of content. But let's jump in and show off some of the automated features that some of you may not even know about, and how to make yourself very efficient. So, for the sake of this, we're actually going to just turn the speed all the way down. Alright, so the first thing is to learn about what does what. So, auto, if you turn it off, the AI will not use any of your skill 1s or your sub skills, or you can just call them S1s, S2s, or for any of your Digimon. It'll basically allow you to be basically full hands-on with what you want to select. Now, you can still select these while auto is on. As you can see here, I can go ahead and select S2 of Arrow Vidramon, then his S1, and then I can slide over here and use Wargreymon's S2. And then you can put those up to 3 at a time in the order that you want to use them. You can do that even while it's on auto, or the AI will do it for you. If you don't want to use any skills at all, let's say that you're trying to farm missions to 3-star clear different stages, where it's saying that they want you to destroy the sub-boss or the boss with a sub-skill, and the AI screws it up for you. Well, you can turn auto off to where no skills are being used unless you select them, and then you can select them when you need them at the right time, use them to get your 3-star clear. So you can use those as well. So that is what auto does. It's basically, it controls if the AI is going to use the skills for you, or if you want to use them yourself, or vice versa. So there you go. That's what auto does. Now, we can also increase our speed up to 2 times, which, for those of you who are more of an intermediate player and you still want to somewhat control some of your skills, it's still not so fast that you won't be able to follow and make sure that you select the right skills that you want to at the right time. For advanced users who want to play somewhat semi-manual, you can go to 3 times speed and just boom, 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 click your skills, and it's going to go quick, guys, so you got to be on it fast. So this is more or less for players who have been playing for a while. They have their team comps set up, their skill layout has been memorized. You know where to click on the screen. If you're on your mobile device or an emulator, you know where to go right off the bat, and you get your 3 skills lined up the way you want them to. Otherwise, you can just let it go full auto for like easier to beat stages. Like, I would say, if you've played for a while, I would say, raid boss level 5 and lower. It's going to be pretty easy for a lot of players in the next few days. Give or take a week, everyone should be pretty set on being able to fight the raid boss level 5s or lower on 100% autopilot. But for more harder to beat content, especially like in Underworld, for example, when you start getting up into higher floors, you're going to want to play a little bit more hands-on, a little more semi-manual, to possibly full manual, depending on how difficult the content really is. So that is how the speed up works. That is how the auto works. But now let's talk about actually making your special move run on autopilot. So let's just go back in here again. I'm going to be showcasing how to do this, because a lot of people actually don't know this. A lot of people do not know this. And hopefully, after today's video, you'll be able to spread the word and everybody will know it. So a lot of you know that your special move will not use itself on autopilot. You have to watch the screen and click it when it's full. And some people might be busy with work. They might be busy with schooling, studying. Maybe they're watching a movie and they just don't want to be bothered having to keep staring at the screen when they're doing certain types of content, especially Clash Battle. And you just wish there was a way to just make that special move activate itself when it's full. Well, there is a way. If there's a will, there's a way, right? So if you actually go up here to the pause menu, if you go to the pause menu and you go to settings, you have a little option here. During auto mode, specials will be activated automatically. You can turn that on or off. So we're just going to go ahead and put that back on, and then you just click continue, and boom, you let it go. So if you combined 3 times speed with the special move using itself and automatically activating itself without you having to do it manually, and you have auto activated so your skills are being used, you now have a fully automated system, full autopilot. You do not have to look at the screen until, of course, when the actual run is over and then you have to go into another run. That'll be the only hands-on activity that you'll have to do. So there's that, guys. So something cool to consider, looking into, depending on what kind of content you're going to do. Some of these things may work or not work for you. Just, play around with it, get the right setup that you want, and this will speed up a lot of your runs. This will make your runs be very speedy, which means you can do more runs per day, especially with Clash battles. And, it'll just be better overall for your account at the end of the day if you're able to do more things. And in Clash Battle, the reason why we use Clash Battle as the main, basically, emphasis on today's video is because I feel like a lot of these things come into play with Clash Battle more so than any other content in a game, for the simple fact that you're going to find yourself doing Clash Battle way more often than any other content available. Because once your stamina is on low and you're waiting for it to recharge, you're going to be doing tons and tons of these, and they could get very frustrating and boring and whatever other term you want to use, because you're going to be doing them over and over and over again. So at least with hopefully some of the things that I said in today's video, I'm able to speed up some of your runs so you can get through more of these faster, and hopefully you guys get some of the drops that you're trying to get, especially the War Greymon and Sakuyamon medals that are currently available right now. So just hopefully I'm helping a little bit. Hopefully I'm helping a few of you out here and there. Even if I'm helping one person out, it makes the video worthwhile. So for those of you who didn't know some of those things, or were not aware of those, or maybe we're doing it wrong, maybe you're bringing in the wrong team, maybe you were, you weren't aware that there was a 3x speed, maybe you didn't know that the special move could be put on autopilot, hopefully now you know. So that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to, a little touch up there. I'll do another video where I'm going like full in onto team comps, what teams work well with others, what Digimon work well with others, but I want to wait till I get a little bit more of an established account so I have more to showcase, so I can showcase like multiple different teams to you guys and how well they work together, so you guys can have a foundation going forward when you try to build your own teams for different various types of content. But hopefully I gave you a little bit of an outline so you can kind of work around it with that. But anyways, that's going to be it for me. Hope you all enjoy these Digimon ReArise videos. I'm enjoying the game myself. I do love my Digimon, and I hope you guys do too. So I'll see you all in the digital world very, very soon. Until then, have an awesome day. Don't forget to subscribe, tick notifications so you don't miss a thing. Comment below what you think. Like the video if you did, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have an awesome weekend wherever you are. Until then, peace.